Hello, welcome to this lesson on acid-base reactions. A few questions for the question of the day. What is the reaction type when an atom or a diatomic element steals an atom from another compound? And what is the type of reaction when there's two compounds whose ions swap places to make two new compounds? All right, first up, we have when equal amounts of H plus and OH minus ions are mixed, i.e. solutions with an equal concentration of H plus and OH minus, the solution is going to be neutral, and it's going to follow this formula. Acid plus base yields salt plus, you guessed it, water. This is a neutralization reaction, and it's a double replacement. It's important to remember that salt is a general term for any ionic substance. Here we have an example of a neutralization. It's a lot easier to see if we write HOH instead of H2O for water. So we have HCl and NaOH. Let's assume that we have equal amounts of H plus ions and OH minus ions in here. This H will pair up with the OH, giving us water. And then the leftovers would just be the ionic part, which in this case is table salt, but it could be anything ionic, Na and Cl. We can also do this with diprotic acids, which are acids that have two hydrogens that dissolve out. So here we have H2SO4. It has double the amount of hydrogen ions as a regular binary acid, I guess, more than the HCl that is. So because we have two hydrogens, we're going to need to double the amount of base in order to actually neutralize it, which would just come from the balanced equation. So here we have H2SO4 and two lithium hydroxides, giving us two waters and lithium sulfate. We can also have this with bases that offer two hydroxides, like in the case of calcium hydroxide. Here we would have to double the amount of acid in order to neutralize the solution. So we have two hydrochloric acids neutralizing one calcium hydroxide because there's two hydroxides in a calcium hydroxide. And that'll give us two waters and one calcium chloride. Again, that's the salt, the ionic part. This H will pair up with the OHs to give us water, and then the calcium and the chlorine will give us calcium chloride. This can happen in a lot of different ratios. You can have a triprotic acid like H3PO4 with a base that offers two hydroxides. Truthfully, you're just going to figure out what needs to happen when you balance the chemical equation. The second type of acid-base reaction is when you have an acid and you react it with a metal. That is going to be a single replacement reaction. Remember, acids, they have the hydrogen ion and an anion, something else. So here we have hydrochloric acid, just because it's simple for this example. And here we're going to react it with calcium. So we would have the single replacement. The calcium is going to be able to kick out that hydrogen. It steals the chlorine. You generate hydrogen gas and some ionic salt. So that would be the general formula for acid plus metal. You have your acid and a metal. You're going to get hydrogen gas and something ionic. That is all on acid-base reactions. There's just two, truthfully. You have the neutralization and then the acid plus metal, following either the double replacement in the case of the neutralization and the single replacement in the form of the acid plus metal. If you need help with either of those two reaction types, I will link that video in the description of this one. This way it's easy for you to find and get a refresher on those reaction types. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. Leave any questions you have in the comment section below the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.